This is the story of Earth Like Iron, the greatest band that never was.
We're just gonna get everybody caught up here. Milan and I formed the band in January of 2015. We start throwing ideas around, recording some songs, really crappily too. And we put out a EP a couple months later in like March. Then we start jamming with Jackson, trying to perfect the songs and, get them down, practice them, start writing new material. And we get an offer to be on this radio show with Sam Boyd at KJack. And she interviews us, we play a couple acoustic songs and just put up online and we got a little more exposure, and then we play this show at this house. It was like a house party show. And a couple local people were there. Patrick Wall, I think was his name, and Ben from Them Savages opened up for us. And we played and got a really great response from the people, and it was just incredible. It was an awesome experience. And then right after that, Jackson left town for the summer, and Milan and I were thinking like we got to keep moving on this stuff, so we keep writing some songs. We re-recorded a song we'd already written, and come up with a whole new EP. And we're working on it all summer. Jackson comes back. Literally 2 days later, Milan leaves to go study abroad in Chile for a semester, and we put the album out like the day he gets there. And some time goes by. Milan comes back from Chile, and he's got some ideas for some new songs. And this is right when Jackson graduates from college. So Milan gets back, and literally another 2 days pass, and Jackson leaves to go back home to Ohio.
So the story and making of this record started about a year and a half ago. I was living in Santiago, Chile for about 5 months, and I bought a guitar while I was there and just started kind of messing around to keep myself busy while I wasn't in school or getting into trouble. So really the writing and first riff ideas came in probably around September or October of 2015.
So Milan and I are starting to record again, and we go through this whole process. And it was different this time around. Like, we had some ideas, and the album was more of a story in a way that kind of, we wanted to have something that just flowed from one song to the other and have reoccurring themes, and the way we approached it was just totally different.
The new Earth Like Iron record, which is our third release, feels very different to me personally than the previous two. Life on the Open Sea and Throwing Shade both started as that, an album title. We had certain themes that we wanted to portray in those and fit our lyrics and melodies to kind of mimic that. This new record, which we took much more time with and developed the ideas much slower, it kind of started with the riffs and melodies and lyrics first, and we weren't really sure where the concept was going to leave us or what the album was going to be about.
With this new record, I think it was really weird the way it was written, because none of us had been really together for very long. Like, over the span of almost a year, we'd seen each other for maybe like 3 or 4 days total. None of us had seen each other for so long, and we want to do this music. We want to get this stuff out, play shows, travel around, hopefully someday, but we're not together. And this whole album is just kind of about that separation and like wondering what other people are doing far away from you, like when your friends are gone.
But in the process, I think it became our most cohesive piece, both lyrically and melodically or sonically.
The recording process for this one was probably the most frustrating for me. When we were recording the old ones, it was a big deal. I wanted them to sound good, but it was just kind of like we threw the songs together and they just ended up working out. This one was way more specific. We started with the last song first off, and we were like, all right, we're just going to kind of pull from this song and do all this stuff, kind of match the tones and themes musically and lyrically. And we had all these ideas for like, all right, we're going to do a long song, and we're going to have an acoustic song, and we want this first song to just start off real heavy and like getting the tones right was just like so frustrating. And I think Milan and I both wanted all these songs to just come out perfect, not just say this sounds good. Like we want it absolutely perfect.
It's really kind of amazing, maybe disgusting, maybe really frustrating that we've put more than a year into 5 songs. So when I think back on how much time and effort and emotion went into these 5 songs, it actually just makes me incredibly happy. We really did. We wanted everything to come out really well, and like Zach said, we started with the last song. So I think even in that process, it became very much a story, similar to how you would write a book, I think, is with the last chapter, with the last line. And so we knew where it was ending, and we had to piece together how to start it, how to fill in the middle. And in that process, I think we really created a story and something that's very near and dear to all of our experience, and we hope and we know that people will hear that and connect to it.
We put it out. No, we haven't put it out yet. Damn, we haven't even put it out yet. So we sit on it forever, and we're listening to it over and over again, overplaying it, and it's like driving both of us crazy. We just want to do it. We want Jackson to come home and practice these songs so we can play a show.
And after we recorded, we sat on it for a while, really fell in love with the songs and the sequencing and the whole thing as a piece, and decided that we wanted it to be professionally mastered. So we sent it to a local engineer here in Flagstaff, Adi Jensen, who remixed and mastered it for us. And the whole idea is that we want this to be a physical piece of music that people can get from us. So we spent at least 6 months recording the thing, and now another almost 8 months developing, the production of it, and we're just now finally ready to release it.
Since we finished it, a lot of time has passed. We've gotten the songs remixed, and I listened to those songs so much when we recorded them that I had stopped listening to them for a long time and just kind of went back to the normal routine of working, going to school, doing my own solo stuff on the side, thinking about the band and what our next move was, but not seeing any progress on that front, which almost made me not want to listen to the songs anymore. It's like we'll never release these songs, we'll never get to share them with people the way we want to. And I actually just listened to them again for the first time in months the other day, and they seem a lot more relevant now.
So this whole last year has been very interesting. The recording process happened in my last semester of college up here in Flagstaff. And it was a really busy semester, and that was a really great way of de-stressing, was putting work and effort into the record. Writing lyrics and recording and kind of developing the ideas that ended up being on the record. And since then I graduated, have been working, and I think now, interestingly and just kind of by coincidence, the record means a completely different thing to me personally than it did a year ago, or than it did 8 months ago when we finished it. A lot of things have happened since then, and been dealing with a lot of different things, and it seems like somehow unconsciously we were writing this EP right now for ourselves almost a whole year later, and it really means more to me now and is more precious to me than it was while we were making it.
We wanted to promote the album, so we made these videos and we put them up on YouTube. I don't think they ever got very many views, but they were a blast to make, and just a way to showcase things.
Yeah, the videos were time consuming,
more time than they were worth. We never really reaped the benefit of that investment. No, but I think part of it is just, I don't know, we don't take ourselves very seriously. We take the music seriously. We really love what we're doing, and we really believe in the songs that we've made, but man, we're too dumb to take ourselves seriously. Or are we too smart? I don't know.
And our drummer is actually here right now. If you want to meet him, he's just kind of relaxing. This is Jackson. He's a great drummer. He's always on time, both to practice and he's just perfectly on tempo every time. I would highly recommend meeting him, getting him to drum for you someday, because.
No, but really Jackson is he's an incredibly talented musician, and we're really lucky that he contributes to our band. And he's also an amazing artist. He does all of our artwork. And, all of our records are made with a drum machine, which some people will say that's not very punk. But punk is more of who you are, and it's kind of you don't conform to what people say. So really, drum machines are the most punk thing you can do. So if you're starting a punk band, use a drum machine. You'll never get in fights with a drum machine. And I think Minor Threat and a lot of really amazing punk bands, the Ramones or some stupid shit like that, they all used drum machines. So we really recommend it, and it really works for Earth Like Iron. This little baby right here is the very valued piece of instrument that was used on the record, and I believe it's gonna sell for $4,000 or $5,000 on eBay after I get this all set up. There's a bunch of people who are wanting it, people who have heard parts of the album and are just saying that it kind of revolutionized bass in their minds. So this will not be in my possession too much longer as people want it.
So this is the guitar used to record all of our Like Iron songs. Gibson Les Paul, beautiful. It's all one solid piece. It's just a fine piece of equipment. I think it's going right now on eBay for about $50,000. I think is last I checked. Just look at this. It's in prime condition. It has great sound, as you can tell, and as you'll be able to hear in the album. Even though this album is centered around the distance between the three of us, I feel like it actually brought us all closer together in the end. And it even pushed us to look towards others to contribute in order to really go out with a feeling of togetherness and this idea that distance can never really stop you from doing what you love, as long as you surround yourself with people who love doing it with you.
Earth Like Iron really started as a passion project between the three of us. Our individual experiences and love for music really drove our group efforts as a band. Time and distance have always been a driving force in Earth Like Iron, and the most important thing to all of us is that we continue to be creative, regardless of living in different cities, states, countries, or continents.
My name's Milan Trujillo, and I play bass and do vocals for Earth Like Iron.
I'm Zach Stroman. I play guitar and do some backup vocals for Earth Like Iron. What up, motherfuckers? Stop looking at my crotch.